tell me stay, but I have to go. Listen, happy Tuesday. Ooh, today, yeah, wait, today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It's Miss Tanya coming to you live from her private and confidential holistic suite. So this is live and exclusive, unedited content and access that I'm providing you all with. And today I got a special one. One of my male clients um, is coming in today to get his curls cut. He's a curly guy. And it was kind of dope because when I consulted with him, I haven't seen him in a while. And I think he's been in some chairs here in Denver. And he said that nobody really knows how to cut hair right, right? Everybody working shears, but some people are picky and some people prefer high end precision and quality. They want their cuts to be even and not choppy. So I'm bringing him in here with me today live to demonstrate. Greetings, Bishop. Good morning, sweetie. How you doing? Hi, Miss Patricia. To watch how I get down with my curly people because I will not be silk pressing him. Of course, you got to be versatile in order to handle the demand of those that really book with salons nowadays. This is one of the things a lot of stylists don't understand, and they try to, I think, do the same thing to everybody like you would do a mannequin. And in this industry, you got to learn how to pivot. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a point guard basketball player, so I learned how to pivot at a very young age, and you can do the same thing with your life. You know what I'm saying? So go get some water, have a seat, sit back, and enjoy this session. So just let me finish getting open until he texts to let me know that he is here. So just get ready. And as always, ask any questions that you may have. I'm going to answer them. Yes, I'm tricky. I'm 50. Not a young duck. I'm a swan. You know what I'm saying? I'm different than most others. But I'm learning to have compassion within my passion, and not be so triggered. Because when someone's asking me a question, they are in a learning act. And if I'm a real educator, I got to quit being sensitive, right? You can't be sensitive and call yourself an educator because the number one function and act of an educator is being questioned. And if you know you and you don't like nobody questioning you, then you better not ever try to be no educator. Okay. You got to have tough skin to be an educator. And you also have to have compassion because you have to understand that there's going to be individuals that want to learn what you know. So they're going to ask questions in order to clear their confusion. So you got to be strong enough to lead and clear the confusion. So feel free to ask any questions. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Michael? Where are you joining me from? You want to be my boo too? I got some boos on here. You can be my boo or you can be my goddess. If you're a female, you're my goddess. If you're a dude, you're my boo. A little different. But thanks for joining. Like I said, go get you some water. I'm not going to ask you to go get no tea or no coffee or sauce. I'm going to tell you go get some water because I'm different. I'm the only one that's going to talk to you about your hydration because your doctor ain't even talking to you about your hydration. Your personal trainer ain't talking to you about your water. Your nutritionist is not talking to you about water. Everybody wants you to eat a bunch of food that had me fat and chunky and overweight. So I'm not cool with learning how to eat. I already know how to eat, but ain't nobody ever really took the time to teach me about my water except for one person that gave me the knowledge, the real protection, which is how to stay hydrated. So many individuals think I'm 30 something and I'm 50. I'm a whole half of a century, y'all. But it's the water. I tell people it's the water I drink. That's why I'm able to keep a physique that I do. A lot of women my age are overweight. And I know why, because they're not drinking enough water. Period. Like my kids say, period. Period. Once you start drinking enough of the right, because everybody thinks that they know how much they need, and everybody's wrong. I can't find somebody that knows exactly how much water they need without me having to tell them. Then they try to scramble to Google, and I can tell that you looking at Google because you're repeating the foolery. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not natural. I'm holistic. There's a big difference between the two, baby. But have you subscribed? Um, um, do you side profile? Smooth wheel. What does side profile mean? What does that mean? And he better hurry up to, because I only allow 15 minutes for clients to be late and then I cancel them because I manage exceptional time management. And some people don't know that. Some clients, they are beside themselves. So they think they can kind of do what they want to do and you can't do that here. No, 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 no. I'm not desperate for the money. I run business, I run structure, I run a schedule. So you have to adhere to the time and the schedule. It ain't nothing to do with me, really. Shoot, if you longer than 15 minutes, you got to reschedule. I get to go have lunch. Deuces. But like hell, am I about to let you come in here late and disrupt my whole day? Because now I'm about to run behind and then I'm going to have the other person waiting on their appointment because of you. No, no, we don't do that in here. My clients know this. Miss Tanya, don't play. No, I don't. And you know that when you get with somebody that really giving you some results, they don't play. That's with anything in life. They don't play. They have structure. You got to follow some rules. And it's probably expensive. You got to come up out your pocket. Because only stuff that's not effective is affordable, right? It's cheap, right? Right. We know this. Too much. How can you ever? You're one of them toxic people. How can somebody have too much confidence? You sound like my mother. Don't nobody listen to her, him. Hell, you can't never have too much confidence. You can never have too much passion. You can never have too much belief in yourself. Stop that. There's a lot of toxic mindsets in the world today. Look, I heard somebody trying to convince somebody to stop drinking water. Like, you can do that if you want to. Then I had somebody try to convince me the other day. What was it that they were saying? It was not the facts. So there is this new world of people that love to be lied to. There's a new world of people that want to be misled and brainwashed. If that makes you feel comfortable, what's your name? Ova K Clothing. That's on you. Ain't nobody gonna take you to jail for, being a hater and for thinking that I got too much confidence. Hey, I'm a holistic mental wellness facilitator also. I've had a lot of labels placed on me. People think that people think I think I'm all that. Facts. Some people think I'm pressure. Facts. Some people think I'm crazy. Facts. It's not my fault. I know how to grow hair and reverse alopecia. You know what I'm saying? But they deal with it because they know I'm gonna give them some results. You feel me? So I beg to differ. I'm gonna object, Your Honor. Can't nobody ever be too confident. Stop that. My God. My God. Turn your side so we can see the fat. Okay. I'm very proud of the works that I've done with my body because my belly used to be bigger than my booty. Now my booty is properly proportioned and my stomach, I ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But I know I couldn't even see my snatch back in the day. I was that chunky. Had stuff hanging like this part right here was like way down here. So, I do my little exercises now at home and I take very, very good care of myself. But you see, I'm holistic. I'm not natural. I'm not vegan. I'm not organic. I'm not none of those. None of those. You like Will? And then I purposely wear low shirts because if I walked around with my butt showing, I think I would get even more play than I already get. And I don't need all that. That's why I purposely wear a ring on my wedding finger. And I'm not even married. Some females would get irritated with me. They'd be like, why are you doing that? Because I got so many men getting at me that do back some of the respectful ones off. Look, I do know that there is this new world of husbands and wives that are cool with cheating. Ain't me. It'll never be me. I'm an only child. I never learned how to share. That goes for my men, my food, my money. I mean, I'm learning how to share, but forget that. Let me see what y'all got to say. Because I love triggering people too. Because y'all know I'm fully monetized. So the more y'all talk, the more money I make because that keeps you here. Because YouTube pays you for watch time. And I gets that. I gets them views. Have y'all noticed how many views my videos be getting? Somebody can guess. They are funny. Yes, sugar mommy. What's up, honey? 1989. This is what happens when you have too much confidence, people. Please contain it. Don't elevate yourself. Okay, clothing said, don't you do it. You better shut up about yourself. You better not compliment yourself. You better stop elevating and motivating and inspiring yourself. You better stop and wait on somebody else to do it. You sound just like my mother. That mindset ain't gonna get you too far. Let me see how many subscribers you got real quick, because I'm gonna check you out. 33. Now you got me looking at you like this. What do you really be doing with your time? And you only got 33 subscribers? Come on now. What's wrong with you? I see why. You're a disruptor, and that's not what's up. You should be approving and inspiring someone to be overly confident about themselves. Do you know that's the biggest problem in this world, is that not enough women are confident with themselves? They think they're ugly, or they think they're not enough, or they think that they're something's wrong with them. Because of people like you, people that have your mindset, is what disrupts a lot of individuals in the society today. Ain't nothing wrong with being overly confident. Stop it. Knock it off. I can teach you how to be confident so that you're not walking around Earth no more in trying to stop people from being confident about themselves. Shame on you. Shame on you. Ooh, we got a problem. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, hold on. I think he texted. He's been outside. Come on in and welcome back. So we're gonna start over at the chair because I'm not gonna document until I blow you out.
Okay.
Then that's when we'll take a look at, how we do.
Yeah.
Take a look at what it's looking like, and then we'll talk about how much you want off. Okay?
Sounds good.
Good. So how's everything? So you're out of high school now, right?
I am, yep.
You in college?
I didn't go.
That's all right, me either.
Yeah,
The best ones don't go.
Hoping that's the truth.
It really is. But what you gotta do now.
When you look into it, it is, but,
Because I have a lot of youngsters in my family that went to college, right? Like one in particular, I always use him because he went 4 years, okay? Got a degree, okay? But then decides to come back because see what happens is the paper anymore, things have changed, is not as valuable as experience, right?
Yeah.
So he comes back home and had a very, very hard time finding a job within his degree, right? Because that's what they harp at you in school, right? You gotta go job placement, find da-da-da-da. Well, if you're new out of college, we're at a time now where these jobs don't want really no new people. They want someone that's experienced, right?
Yeah.
So he ended up stealing for a living, got caught up, ended up going to jail, caught a felony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you wasted all that time and money. You could have get that out the gate, you know? So it's not a bad thing.
Nope.
No.
I don't think it is, but society, a lot of society definitely thinks it is. That's probably the hardest part. Especially, talking to the family and they're like, oh, you didn't go to college?
No, no. So what you do need to do though is figure out what you do want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what that is, I even know how to figure it out easily. You have a hobby, something that you enjoy doing, even without money, or even without you being paid. Some people don't even realize that coloring in a book is what you enjoy to do most. There are people that will pay you to color.
I didn't know that.
Man. So this is why it's important that you don't chase like what somebody else is doing. You zone into self. Like, what do I really, it might be arrow shooting, you feel me? Something that you've been doing since you was a kid.
Yeah.
It may be ball. Is that right, okay?
Yeah.
Not too hot?
No,
okay. So you don't know how many coaches are needed right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like private coaches though. Oh, yeah. You could get major money individually and privately coaching kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you need to think about in terms of what you might want to do because as long as you're picking something that you do enjoy, whether you're getting paid or not, that's what's going to help you through the hard times, Javon, because the hard times are a part of the process. So if you're not doing what you love, you're going to struggle during the hard times. You're going to feel defeated. You're going to want to quit. You're going to be like, this is done. You're right, because you're doing something you didn't love, from June. So that's what I try to even inspire my kids. My youngest is 24. And he didn't go to college. Shit, he didn't even get his GED. But he's actually the most productive one. My daughter went to college. She's just as special. And struggling the hardest. But she went and got an education. So that's why I'm that leveler to just be like, you know what? I know what society says. Just like with me. My mother told me, like, oh, Tanya, you're never going to make it if you don't go get a job. No, you're never going to make it if you keep trying to do hair. Okay, that was her opinion. Because I have made it just doing hair without a job. So that's why I said what I said at the beginning. Some of the best and most productive individuals don't go to college.
That's for sure.
Yeah, get a job free.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to start real estate. So I was doing something I wanted to do.
Yeah, because you're handsome too. So that's like, it's really hard to be buying something from somebody that's funny looking. But when you look, for real, but when you look good, it's like, ooh, and he was good, cute. Right. And he spoke well, dressed nice, looked real chic. Deja went to real estate school as well. Got her. So I have people you could talk to that can get you kind of like, what I call just familiarized, you know what I'm saying, with what you're getting ready to get into, and you have somebody that you can ask those type of questions that you wouldn't be able to ask your school administrators. Like that,
Yeah, I have a lot of connections already.
Good.
My brother has his real estate license, and then my dad, his photography business was for Keller Williams.
Yes.
So he has a ton of, he has a lot of people in the real estate, or friends in the real estate business.
Good. So one thing Deja did coming back that was very beneficial, because just like anything in the beginning, regardless of who you know, you're new, right?
Oh yeah.
There's there's open houses. Deja called out doing open houses. She do like 2, 3 in one day. They pay per hour for someone to physically be there, because it's just a thing now. So in the beginning, you're not going to have what's called listings.
Yeah.
So that's what you do to get around the agents, different types of agents, to start learning the homes, the specifications and areas. All of that is what's called practice for you to be the better agent when you do get out there. And then that's kind of how you balance and get money and stay present. Deja got frustrated with water, okay? Deja got a little frustrated. She was too impatient with the money, with the process.
Yeah.
And I think she expected to be selling houses in the first year. And when it didn't go that way, she left.
It's super rare. Super rare to sell a house in the first year.
Right. So you just have to understand the process and accepted at the gate, like school, like, damn, okay, I gotta do 12 years before I just get this basic general educational diploma,
Right.
You'll be okay. Are you gonna wanna go kind of short? Your hair is long.
I know. I haven't.
You're probably gonna be like, ooh, because I know you have no clue just how long it is now.
And see, so when you were texting me, I didn't realize. My dad only told me it was just because I wasn't consistent enough with coming in. I didn't realize you were done with just the
No,
trimming.
it was a lot, yeah. And I think your dad just wasn't really paying attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's been a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I've done a lot of changes with
Yeah.
the brand. So it's been 3 years ago, I retired as a stylist. And at that point, I have others that I've trained here in Denver to kind of take the baton from me because I knew I wanted to level up and make more money. So the salon services are cheap, as you saw. I was doing all that for like $40 and $50. But I just wanted more. So when I decided to do all of that, I took all of that off my menu, as well as all those clients I refer now go to her. So this is where I totally respect you because I kind of figured that's what was happening, but I just needed to be sure. So you're not even gonna pay $140. It's like I'm like Tina Marie now. I give pain before pleasure. I do, because it's like I am finding out slowly how horrible everyone else is. I'm not gonna say anything about myself and my skill set, but I am hearing and seeing what's going on with others behind the chair, and it's causing a huge, massive struggle. Like even in this building, there's not hardly as many people in anymore because clients are sick of wasting their money. That really care. There's more people now that are surface. I'm like, hey, I do care, and I don't want to be choppy or uneven. It's not worth it.
Yeah, because I was thinking about going there. Like I have other friends with like curly hair and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, I like mine, and I started thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. Which Tanya's got me right for however long it's been. I can't just overlook that.
And that's huge. So you are definitely what's called like-minded, like me. I care, and a lot of people around me downplay me because they don't care. So when I'm around, they're like, "Why do you do that? Why are you doing that? Why you got this? How come you're not doing this?" It's like, it's all wrong. And I don't. So that's why I was like, okay, I see the bigger picture here. Which was hair, and that's what I do now. I'm more into hair care. And I did tell them that was why the price structure had went away. And then, I think even at one point I told you that. Just tell John to text me, because you're at an age now.
Well, and I kept telling him, I was like I said, I thought it was just the consistency.
No,
so I was like, yo, can you send me your number so I can, reach out? He's like, yeah, I'll send it. And then it came to the point he just never sent it.
So if all hell should break loose again, I'm like Tupac. I'm not hard to find. I've always had a Google business with me. You can Google me.
Okay.
I'm on all social media networks. You can go to YouTube. I got a YouTube channel that's cracking my shit.
Okay.
I am on IG, Facebook, under the business name.
All right.
More so Google. You can always ask Waze, Google, on all of those.
Okay.
All right, here comes my water. You ready? Just keep your talked, and mind you, I'm now even starting to be more transparent. Okay, when I was a stylist, you're supposed to kind of bullshit everybody and tell them what they want to hear. That's how you keep them coming to you. But now I'm at a level where I'm kind of sick of all of that, and it's like it's time now to be fully transparent because you all are not the same. Just like you talk to you about it once I get to share with your lifestyle. So, and your preference. That's also what kind of divides us even within this tribe. Come on up. Because some of us love heat, come on over. Some don't like any heat.
Yeah.
Some prefer curls. Some would never let their hair, air dry. So this is the arena that I decided to get into. So with you and your hair, I'm going to help you to establish a hair care plan that fits your lifestyle. Because I already know you play a lot of ball, you sweat a lot.
Not anymore.
No?
Nah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, no more basketball. Just only sweating I do really just the gym. So I'm stay in shape.
What's up. But I'm happy to hear that you're still taking care of your body. That's the law of attraction. That's how you stay sexy. Taking care of yourself.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, catering, right, to what makes you happy. And people used to say that, Tanya, you need to do what makes you happy. Well, I didn't really know what that meant, so I didn't understand how to identify what that was. So I've done so much research, it's like, oh, okay, they should have just said my hobby. That would have been easier for me to identify. Like I'm about to start offering fishing classes for women here in Denver for not just adults, but for children as well. Because I love to fish, right? It's not hard, and I got a gang of experience with it because I've been doing this since I was a little girl. Things like that. If nobody shows up, I ain't gonna be out there mad. I'm gonna throw my pole out.
Still fishing, right?
Right.
Still fishing.
Right. So this is why it's important that you do what I call is your hobby, because then you're never ever gonna struggle. So now that we got this amazing manageability without no condition, they swore that you couldn't do this without conditioner. I also have a product for you. Oh, look, hardly no hair. No, just because of what I did in the. Now, had we to try to comb you out. This is don't pay attention to the pinkness of it. Pay attention to, oh man, I gave the bottle away with the, I was about to say the ingredients. Nonetheless, the thing I have with conditioners contain alcohol. And in our climate here in Denver, alcohol is going to make your hair crunchy and brittle. You know this, right? Once it dries. Yep. So let me see your hand. So you can feel this, like how, I call it slimy it is. So it's going to condense you together, but keep rubbing it together and watch how your hand feels once it dries. It's not going to feel sticky, greasy, hard, stiff, none of that. And it does the same thing on your hair, so it keeps us soft even after we dry. Blow you out. And then take your first photo. I think her active ingredient is aloe. So look, you can go to the store. I know this looks, so you can go to the store because I'm trying to try it with the plant. So you can be stupid organic, right? And get that aloe juice out. And you rub that onto your hair. Now, what I've noticed though about straight aloe juice is it does kind of solidify when it dries. So the hair feels, hers does not give that effect that the straight aloe gives. So hers, I would say, is better to use. But I would still add an oil with hers because I feel that hers is not going to condense enough. So you're still gonna kind of swell.
Okay.
So putting oil on first will help to do the condensing, right? That's gonna help to set.
Your measure right. Feels normal.
Right? It's not sticky. So then it's not making your hand finger feel tight, so but there's no alcohol in it, which I love. So I was like, okay, something I might could rock with for my curly community, because you're not the only one now that looks with me that really does not need straightening, smoothing, right? That's a certain mindset. And so of course I was kind of running so many away because I was like, nope, I don't need conditioner, nope, don't even have it in here, so no, I can't do it. So now I just had to learn the lifestyle at home of the mindset that wants to, of that wears curly hair. And it's all about the product that we use. And then when it comes to consistency with your ends, I'm gonna help you to learn when it's time. And in Denver, I don't know what's going on with the climate, but it is drying out really, really, really fast. So our sweat is drying faster, water is drying faster, like for plant people and so forth, because the humidity is leaving for some reason. So the products are solidifying faster too. So the ends, I don't know if you've ever noticed on a real plant, it only grows so long and then the ends turn brown. That's called dying out. It dies out. Our hair does the same thing. Only difference is it doesn't really turn light brown like it does on plants. So it's harder to see, but you can feel it, and the combs snag. So when you first leave me, I didn't really know a lot of this stuff. But when you first leave me, you have 0 snags, like none. That's because of the trimming. We got rid of the deadness on the ends that snag the combs and brushes when they go through. But that don't stay, as you now know, that don't stay like that forever. And then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse to the point where you can't comb through it all. Right? So we now have to do the holistics and zone back into, okay, when does that tingling start? Because it ain't on wash day. It's not on day number 2 either. It's not on day number 3 either. But on day 4, 5, or 6, you begin to experience snags. That's with everybody. That's your sign. That's your check engine light. I mean, just like our cars, we don't just debate the corner just because the check engine light came on. But that is our signal to let us know that our attention is needed in that area, right? If you want to retain your length, now this is where you may be a little different because every time you come in, we're cutting your length away. That's the person that doesn't need to be here every 2 weeks. Only now I realize, okay, if you want to grow, so many individuals are here to hope they get this much hair. So they're the ones that need to be seen every 2 weeks. Okay? If you don't, and because like we both know, you were picked, it was like duck, 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 goose, you got fast hair growth. For human life, you don't need trims, so I'll help you to deal with those ends when they occur, because all you gotta do is slow down, okay? Tangles are just like speedboats in the streets. You won't do it fast, you're gonna tear something up. But if you slow down, you won't tear nothing up, right? So when you're filling them, you gotta hold your hair so you're not snagging and snatching the strand from the root, and just slow down. I've now had to realize, even with blow drying, if I just go slow, you feel all those snags? Maybe now? Okay. Those won't break if you just slow down and go slow. But if we're just snatching through, I see so many people, I even don't want to put on a referee shirt and blow a whistle like, wait a minute, stop, you're breaking so many strands. So, now that I've done all this research, I'm able to lead you better now. which is individually. I gotta figure out, like, do you sweat at night? Do you start shedding the second day after washing? Then making sure you understand what your income is. Because then what happens is so much deeper than that, though. If we ignore the snags, the result to the snagging is breakage of hair. And I tell everybody, just look at your comb and brush that you use most frequently, and look at all the hair that's in it. That's showing you that comb and brush is damaging your hair, or the speed that you're using it at is damaging it. So, that's the why to making sure if you want to retain all your hairs. Because as you see, you have quite a few that have done right, so have done well. They come on, but then you got a lot of other strands like these that have broken and gotten short and it's all over. That's what causes what's called the unmanageability. So in order to maintain manageable hair, we do have to develop what's called a schedule of appointments. Just like, let me think of something else you do. Maybe like massages, right? You're not supposed to go so long. You got to go back so often to ensure that you keep the work, right? Okay. Same thing I've learned with our hair. Same thing. And what's crazy is I can fish out the last before photo as well as the one that I took when you left me last time. Check it out.
Oh, I got so much hair.
Yes, you do. That's why cutting.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I told you, you probably don't even realize like how long it's gotten. But that's why I said, I think were given the gift of what's called rapid hair growth.
Yeah.
And I think it's all over your body. I've always watched how much mustache you had at a very young age.
Yep.
You grow a beard probably fast.
Yes.
You got to keep your sides always shaved. So cutting is your thing, right? You're probably going to end up bald by the time you're in your 30s. This is going to get on your nerves, especially if you stay in a hot place like this, because it makes you hotter. So let's get started with documenting and see what we gonna do.
Definitely longer than the last time, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Way longer.
But I mean, it's.
And you know what's crazy? Look at this. Look at your length.
Mm-hmm.
All your strands could be this long.
Mm-hmm.
But this shows the area in which we've suffered breakage.
Yeah.
So it's not that you've lost the strands at the scalp, you've just lost the length of them, and that's why this visual occurs. As you know, the industry is like, oh, chop it all off. That's up to you. But if that's what we do, because everyone's different about their length.
Yeah.
So you may say, come up so you can see the back. You may say, well, Tanya, I do want to retain the full part, right?
Mhm.
So that means I'm gonna bring you up to here when I'm done. It would be like here.
And then what number line is that?
I like for you, because you're so long, we gonna count from the bottom
Mhm.
because you cover up the 1, 2, 3.
Because I know when you usually cut it, we would go to like 4, I think.
From the bottom, where you counting from?
I don't remember.
So let's pull up your last photos. Well, let me take these first, and then what we'll do is pull up the other photos. Do you normally put oil in your hair at all?
I don't.
Is it because you don't like it? Like, do you feel it makes your hair too heavy, or you feel greasy, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Me and you both. I don't put oil in my hair either, and that's good to know, because some do like oil, and they like the effects of it. So this is what I've learned to do when you get into hair care. You gotta come in.
Shoot. Ooh. That's
It
length.
is. It's called on stretch. You're killing the females. Females is mad at you.
Oh no. I'm already knowing. Yeah, I don't remember if it was from top or bottom. But
I think what we normally do is we always just cater to the holes based on what I remember we've always done. You want it more even without bringing up your length.
yeah.
So it's still, I believe, you're still going to be longer than you were before, because every time I've seen you,
Mhm.
you've gotten longer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you want to still retain your length,
I think so.
and you just want to clean it up.
Yeah, I think so.
So losing all of this thin area, because I'm gonna take that away all over the way I trim. So when I get done, it won't just be a blunt cut. If you feel me, you're
Yeah.
gonna be cleaned up all the way around.
Yeah.
But this is all gonna be gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Right. Oh, right on. This is- And because I know you wear your hair curly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna layer you
Okay.
so that when you do wet it, you don't have all these long strands up top.
Yeah. That was one of the things I liked the most. So
Thank
when I was
you.
thinking about going to someone else, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna layer my hair and all that.
No, it's crazy because it's taught in beauty school. This is called a 180.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm starting to do is how I learned how to kind of start the guideline, so we can see. Watch, I'm show you how much needs to be taken off all the way around, and then you follow it. But everyone is just so busy doing the zeros.
Yeah.
You're missing all this hair up here, and then it don't look right when you go to wet it.
Oh, yeah.
Been there, done that.
Oh,
Woo. Some of these curly stylists just don't get it. So okay, I like to use the wall behind me to show. So what you saw down here, you see up here as well, right?
Yep.
So you want me to, where did it go? I think we should come, you see it? Where your density stops right in here.
Yep.
So is this length that's left okay all the way around? Because even cutting that much off, your top layer is still gonna come way down to here. And then it's not like this strand down here is gonna stop there.
Yeah.
You're gonna still hang behind the head.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Just like to be transparent on the result of what we're doing. I even have to look again to be sure. And it always looks so dramatic from up top because this is the longest hair.
Yeah, definitely.
Some women flip their wigs like, ah! Like, girl, I got you. I'm sure I know what I'm doing. All right, open it up. Because the guideline is in the middle, and now I'm going to connect. It's so easy to do when you utilize what's called these guidelines. So easy to do. It's gonna feel good. Your curls is gonna pop.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's been way too long.
I know, and you've done well because you came in and your hair was not in bad shape.
Yeah.
The what I call lack of moisturization has kept you more soft. Those that are heavily doing the moisturization game is suffering a lot of loss because our air is changing, so they're way more brittle than they've ever been, and they're like, what is going on? Which is causing more hair loss. Everyone's freaking out, like, why do I have so much hair in my bathroom and in my sink?
Oh my goodness, that's how I felt. I would look at my comb like, dang, like I'm gonna be bald, like.
Good eye, because that's what
That's
happens.
how I be feeling.
So I want to talk to you about that because I had to also think like, dang, we are not lizards.
Yeah.
So all the strands we see we're losing, we're not replacing them as fast as we lose.
Yeah,
You're at a
exactly.
loss.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's how the hole.
Yeah.
That's how the holes occur. Because and it's not like every strand in every square inch. So you don't really even realize it's all happening because you still got a whole head of hair, right?
Yeah.
It's only at certain times when you go to look and you're like, why does it look like that?
Yep.
How come it's not falling like it used to? That's when you know I need to get it done.
Cause I think it's been since last year prom. That's when I got my hair cut last.
That was the minute. I know it's been at least, I thought, a year.
Yep. It took about, I think after month 4 was when I was like, okay, it's time to go back, and then.
I think your dad, he did reach out, and I'd have to go back and look. I could show you. We've had a few conversations.
Yeah.
And clearly, I could tell that maybe, I don't know, like he wasn't giving you the information. So I was like, I can't worry about it either.
Yeah. There's definitely probably some confusion on his part.
It's all right. Our parents are amazing.
Yeah, love him.
So if the good Lord does call me home, say tomorrow, and you go to anyone else, the worst thing you can let somebody do is cut you wet. It's impossible to see what I'm able to see right now, like what I showed you on top. You can't see that when your hair is wet. All your hairs would have looked even, like there was no issue whatsoever. So it's a misleading scenario, right, to utilize if you're going to do any cutting. So you as the client have to be the more, I call it the driver, right? Like in the restaurants, right? We tell them exactly, I want this cooked medium, no this with extra that, right? We have to kind of start doing the same thing in the chair. Like, hey, no conditioner, please. No oil, please. And can you please blow me out to do the cut? And hey, can you take my photo, please, for you? It has to come from you because there's so many individuals behind the chair. I won't say like it's intentional, they just don't have time to care. That has to come from you, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, okay, sure, I can do that for you, right? It's what has to happen. for there to be any change in these streets, we have to stop being afraid to redirect assignments. I always say we do it to a waiter. We should not be afraid to redirect, especially paying the money we pay when it comes to our hair. Okay, that's done. And then I'm gonna take another picture, and then we'll talk. If you want any more, check it out. Check your phone.
That's so much better. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Do you need any more?
I think that's good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Good choice. Back on over to the wall. Come on back over here. I'm gonna put you down and then I'm gonna apply the product. Awesome. Awesome. And you still seeing a barber? You doing it yourself?
It's occasionally.
You really do it yourself.
Yeah. It's the back more than anything that's the hardest.
Not really, I can help you with that. You need to get yourself a 3-way mirror
Okay.
that hangs on any door, and it like is dope because it has one mirror this way and it opens this way.
Okay.
So you can get in it and turn the flaps and you can see your whole back of your neck.
Okay. Okay.
It's all about practicing. Yeah, you probably gonna make it a little uneven. Yeah, you probably can may nick an area or something, but again, it's all about practice. Because you're not gonna do that the next time you do it. You're gonna adjust, and eventually you're gonna have that stuff on point, and you won't have to worry yourself with setting an appointment or having to go in and wait to get in the chair. You can just keep, you know what I'm saying, that part of your head done yourself. I just taught my middle son to do that. He's just at an age where it's like, I just want to kind of stay more clean without going to the shop. So I went clipper shopping. Like, that's what's up. I showed him all the different types and kinds and guards. And so now he's just like, Mom, I told you. Make life simple. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Come on back over. Curls is popping. They popping.
See, I feel like my curls ain't been popping in so long.
Man, they popping now. Your nickname can be Atlantic Ocean or something. They call you the Pacific Ocean because they popping. Alrighty, so I'm gonna apply this product where I'm just putting it in my hand, kind of like conditioner. But it's something that you add in and then rub in. The more you rub, the more you distribute it. I always say, never put the most of any product on the ends. You want to distribute it to the ends because otherwise you'll make your ends super heavy. Then I learned to comb through, because that also is a way to evenly distribute the product onto every strand that it missed with our hands. So that's what I'm doing now. Somebody was standing back here, I'd be like, see it in the comb? And now we're getting it on every strand. Just so. This is something I never thought to do. And it's like, damn, that makes so much sense. I don't care if we use the whole bottle. Sometimes we miss strands, right? And if you're missing strands, those are the strands that are going to get poofy on you.
Yeah.
Because they missed the product. So right now I'm just combing it through to the ends and distributing it. And you're going to do what you do. And I'll be in touch tomorrow because I want to know, like, what do you feel like and what do you look like? Are you poofy? Did it stay kind of set? Smells good too. Real nice fresh scents.
It's not super like artificial.
It's a young lady, young doctor I met in LA. And she was so cute. She went through so many changes to have me test her product. So I was like, okay, I'll buy a bottle. You like it to fall forward, right? That looks bomb. You look like you got a Jerry curl. So wait, don't do it this way. Do it this way. Back and forth, back and forth. There you go. And then forward, when you're forward, shake it. That kind of loosens your top. There you go. Okay, now come up. Woo-hoo. Now, you want the bangs shortened?
Oh, I think that's good.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah? Good. Yeah, looks good.
Oh my goodness.
Let me take a finale. Easy peasy. In and out. In an hour. So much safer when you blow the hair out first instead of trying to cut it wet. That's where they get in trouble. Ooh, you look like Michael Jackson. Let me take this final photo for you. Just take a look yourself. And just make sure. Yeah, looking
I
good.
can see my ears. Put my ears back in. You
Yes.
know? Not gonna worry about getting all caught.
That's really good. So I'm gonna just ask you if this swells on you, or if this dries and you look just like this, because that's what it should do.
Okay.
So I want to know, did you get poofy? Okay, because what I would do is I still am gonna have you use this product, but then I would say then we should add oil only to prevent the poof. Okay, but I don't know if we need it until I get that scenario presented to me, but it looks really good.
Perfect. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. I'm gonna charge you $80.
Are you sure?
I do what I do for strategical business purposes, and it showed face. It's kind of just like when you're in school, right? You gotta be willing to go to the office sometimes by yourself to be like, hey, I did good this week, right? They're not gonna see that on their own. So I do the same thing with clients. You don't know how many. I have 2 different emails. Which email? Or phone numbers too. What's the last 4?
So this one, the top one's gonna be my dad. Mine is the bottom one.
Let's do the bottom. All right, there you go. And I'll send you home with also just a new brush for detangling as well as your scalp, okay? So don't just brush your hair. Make sure you brush your scalp as well.
Sounds good.
Right on. Thank you so much again for choosing me. You have so many other options to choose from out here.
Nah. Nah.
Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you tell them I said hello. Your dress is cute. Showing your legs. Ooh, I almost fell. Oh, oh. Did y'all see that? Yeah? That was a hydration service I gave the My Water Experience to a guy. And guess what? We're going to talk about why he came to me. He said, because he keeps getting his hair cut up and it's choppy. So let me get back to y'all. How y'all doing? What's up, Queen? You're speaking facts. I'm old world. What's up? Cocky, yes, clothing was a little different for me, but greetings everyone. Wood said you are a real one. Tanya, you gotta be confident. You looking amazing. Well, thank you, Woods. We gotta pray for the clothing person, y'all. Loudest in the room all the time. And I'm the best in the room too. Shoot. Oops, that's maybe a bot. Probably. Alrighty, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Get these comments cracking because y'all got my attention now. My next client don't come in for another 45 minutes. So I got time for y'all. All right, what makes it bad for thorough men? Wait, what makes it bad for thorough men like me is all the creeps and weirdos that can't act like men and control themselves. Oh, I don't know. All we can do is pray for them. Queen, you ain't lying. There's a lot of haters in the world. Zula dance, please. Too many men on social media always gaslighting females, so you stop it. Can you send me some food? Yes, Michael, give me your address. Phew. Go beauty African. Oh, I like it. Evan Dar. That's what's up, y'all. He looks like I do for context. Uh-oh, y'all starting to bang on here. I don't like that. I'm like a real mother, y'all. Knock it off. Stop it. Stop it. I'll separate y'all. Okay, don't do that. Come on, mama, my head. What's up, Misty? From Houston. Y'all, everybody say what's up to Misty Green. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Sure, we ain't got time to be wasting on here. Anybody y'all see commenting, you should be following them. We're special. We're what makes YouTube YouTube. You feel me? Oh, YouTube would be real boring and unproductive, and I would not be getting these checks if it wasn't for y'all engaging. So make sure y'all drop y'all's comments. What's up, Misty? You was with me yesterday. What's up, Omar? Hi, Tiffany. What's up, Kiki? Hi, Galaxy. Females don't like that. Smooth Wheel, you ain't lying. Okay, he's not straight, obviously. No. There's a lot of hybrids in the world today. And I've had to gain understanding because, I'm not that way. I've had to really just understand, like, dang, that's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You can go goose a horse if you want to. Shoot. Ain't nobody going to take you to jail. Maybe if it's a dog, but you can have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. Had to realize that we can do what we want to do, as long as it's making you happy and you ain't all agonized and unhappy and getting super duper stupid high and doing a whole bunch of crazy mess. And you're happy and you skipping around doing jumping jacks and cartwheels and stuff and twirling things, then you're doing all right. But if you ain't happy, knock it off. My I'm gonna put a mic on because I think she's listening to me because I talk so loud. Hi, Erin. Hi, Misty. All right. Did y'all ever invest into some microphones for y'all's channel? I did. And it works too. Mine is broke. Oh man. I got a whole bunch of microphones, but my situation broke. I dropped it and it broke, so I gotta order another one. But I gotta quit being so loud, y'all. Hi, Eric. What's up, Marcus? Hi, where y'all joining me from? Everybody type in your city and state for me. I'm in Denver, Colorado. And shout out to Dr. White in LA for her beautiful, amazing curly hair product. It's called Ivy Lane Beauty. Get at her on IG. This is the antidote. And it pairs well with my product because you see, my product removes what that nasty tap water is leaving behind on you, like rust, lead, stuff like that. Then you need a styling product. My product ain't a styling product. My product removes the metals that are in the tap water, leaves you more clean, allows your products to work even better. You know what I'm saying? Corsicana. I never heard of that before, Aaron. I'm gonna come see you. Somebody probably broke it hating on you. I doubt you dropping concert. Bishop, how you know? You must got some haters. Huh. That's one part about life that I've had to learn, Bishop, is that when you're anointed, because everybody didn't get it, God was up there playing like duck, duck, goose with us. And he like duck, 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 you know what I'm saying? And goose, he gave certain ones of us gifts, you know. Some don't realize that. And it's not our fault that got goose. That we got picked, right? Not our fault. Shoot. So I've had to understand and accept the fact that those that was the ducks, duck, 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 duck. That means you got skipped over, right? Right. And I had to realize, like, oh, God does that too. Like when we're born, sometimes God will choose you and give you an extra finger. You know, I do know somebody, she got an extra little situation on her hand. You can't go through life feeling sorry for yourself. You're special. You have to embrace that and capitalize on that instead of feeling some type of way or letting people bother your mental. You know what I'm saying? You got to embrace it and be proud of yourself no matter what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You may have issues like me. I got issues. I'm trippy. I'm controlling. I got anger issues. Shoot. People that know me, Tanya be tripping. It's because I've been through some things. That just means that we care. That means you care. So just thought that I just explained that I'm about to get off of here because just want to come on and show y'all how I get down with the men that book with me who do not do any silk pressing. You know, I didn't have to pull out my Marcel $80 service. I really charged him 140, but I gave him some money off because he came all the way out here back to me. It's a town south of Dallas. Oh, okay, I've been to Dallas before. That makes so much sense. Yeah. Yeah. Some of us that are anointed, we wonder why others are so bothered with us. And it's because they wanted it to, Bishop, and they was duck, 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 ducks, you know, and they didn't get the goose from God. And so they go through life mad at us because we got goose and they got duck. I've had to embrace that. Ain't my fault. So be mad at God. Shoot, you wanna trip with somebody, trip with God. Because I didn't pick the things that I have. I didn't pick the gift with these Marcells. I didn't pick that. You know what I'm saying? God gave it to me. So you have to understand why other people are so bothered by you. It's because they want what you got. They want the gifts from God, and not everybody got it. Some people was picked to be the molesters, the child molesters in life. Some people was picked to be the bank robbers. Some people was picked to end up being the murderers, you know what I'm saying? The ones that fulfill the jail community. Some are picked to be sick and you become a part of the hospital community. You know what I'm saying? God was amazing when he was selecting those that he selected for what he selected the stuff for. Shoot, because God sure knew what he was doing with me. I now know and embrace my purpose. That's when you obtain true peace in life, y'all. Don't y'all know that? Yeah, you said you've been through a whole lot of bad things, but look where you are now. Exactly. That's where I think I'm about to finally capitalize on my story. There's a lot of big time CEOs that love hearing about individuals that then kind of made it out the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm her. I'm her. I could name about 6 of the homies that I used to gangbang with. They're still living, well, no, I wouldn't say still living in the same part of town because Denver has grown so much, but they're all like alcoholics. They have no businesses. I don't even think they got jobs. You know what I'm saying? They drive raggedy cars still. And we're like in our 50s. You know what I'm saying? Our kids are grown. Um, so I realized that I'm real different. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? Guess what? I learned something yesterday. Will, Bishop, Aaron, because y'all my boo things on here. I need to teach y'all how to send me some money. And it's real easy. So you see down at the bottom, you see where it says share, like? You see the like and the share? Okay, take your finger and slide it. It slides. And then you're going to see thanks. And you can press that. And you can send me a $2 thank you. I know you just ain't sent it because you didn't know how. So I said, maybe I'm going to tell them next time I go live and they in here kicking it with me. So everybody practice. Y'all see it? Let me know if y'all see it. You can slide that bar where you see the like and share, slide it. And you're going to see one that says thanks. Click it, y'all. And it ain't nothing, $2. Y'all paying more than $2 for them nasty tap water Starbucks y'all keep buying every day. So I'm sure y'all can just throw me a couple of dollars. Shoot. That one part in the song with E40. If you's a baller, help me recognize. Roll over this $50 bill and give me 10 fives. Wait, I used to love Sugar Tea back in the day. And I like how you admitted to being controlling. Oh, yeah. Now, why you think I work by myself? Back here in the back with all the Asians. I ain't over on the other side with all the blacks. I'm way back here in the back with the Asians, the bunch of estheticians back here. Because I'm controlling. I'm serious. So many people into playing at the age of 50. I'm done playing. I'm very serious. I like to play on here and be serious. I mean, silly. But if you caught me in the streets, I'm not being like I am on here. I have a persona for you to, you know what I'm saying? I got a persona behind the chair. And then I also am just me when I'm in these streets. And that's what people don't understand about me. They like, I seen Tanya the other day and she didn't even say nothing because I was not in my persona. Shoot. I know how to act. A lot of people don't know how to act. They just ugly all the time. They're just mad all the time, just mean all the time. I be different ways sometimes, depending on where I'm at. That's what people don't understand about me. Because they be like, she just beat me up yesterday and now she's saying hi today. Hey, I'm an Aquarius. I can't help that. Shoot. Because if a woman lets you call her whatever and don't care, if you call that mean, she doesn't love you. That is correct. You're not around the blacks? Nope. Not at all. There ain't nobody across from me right here, but it used to be a white girl, Melody. She left for some reason, for some odd reason. And then shout out to Lala. She does lashes. She's of the Asian community. Miss Wani right here next door. She does hair, but she's a stylist. Old girl that just took my old room. She's black, but she does curly hair. And then Young, that used to be across from me, she was Asian. This is a special corner back here. We're professional. The other side where all the blacks is at, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be loud. I mean, super loud. You know, black people talk really loud. And then they like to play rap music with cussing in it and stuff. So, and then they be leaving their doors open. So everybody else in the hallway can hear your music. They can hear your cussing. So it's a whole world on the other side of my building. It's much more quiet over here, much more professional. Maybe one day I'll take y'all around. Y'all want to see? I got time to give y'all a tour. Would y'all like a tour of the building? You want no parts of the blacks, huh? Nah, blacks are cool. Just not all of them. I'm into mindset, Smooth Will. So this is what I've had to learn throughout my journey. Because I used to realize like it's not all black people and it ain't all white people either. It's mindsets that I pay attention to now. Not even how you look. I've tripped up trying to pick my friends by how somebody looks. Or I thought you had to drive a Tahoe like I do. Or I thought you had to wear real gold. Like if I caught you wearing fake jewelry, like be mad at you and like you're not my friend because you wear paparazzi. Nah, I don't care. Now I've realized the gift, the gab. You feel me? Okay, come on, y'all. Shoot. I'm here for you. So let me turn this around so y'all can see, okay? All right, so check it out. This is my door. Told y'all it's private, so we have these glass doors. So remember I told you I'm back here in this corner. So nobody's in there. Watch, take y'all in here. See, this is empty, waiting on somebody to lease it. This is Miss Wani. Oh, she ain't in there, but that's an Asian. This is Miss Lala Lash. See how quiet it is? Ain't nobody even really in here. Oh, see, this is the girl that took my, see, there she goes. She's so cute. And then we have a lash studio here. We also have an empty studio here. Okay, wait. Then you come back down this hallway, down this way. Then we got this.